Hi everyone, Stephen Ray Morris here with another Dino ASMR. This is number 7, I believe, and I am super excited. So, if you can read that, it says Jurassic, well, you can probably read it better there. It's Jurassic Park Topps Trading Cards 1993. Now, so this is because I've gone back and because I have a huge trading card fetish. That was the first word that came into my mind. So I've since getting back into Jurassic Park and especially when I did molding the Jurassic Universe and when the Jurassic Park 20th anniversary happened, that was when I found old trading cards from back in the day and everything like that, and brand new, unopened in the box and stuff. So I have all those, and the Australian ones, and the Lost World ones, and the Jurassic Park 3 ones, and the Jurassic World Panini ones. But these are my original trading cards from when I was a kid. These are the original, ones that I saved from when I was a kid. So Jurassic Park and Lost World. And I believe this folder is new, like new as in maybe high school or I might have even redone this. No, I think this is definitely high school. So you can read, I guess you have to read it like that. No, I don't know. Anyway, thanks for sticking with me while I'm still figuring out all this format stuff. Hopefully it is just not a distraction and you can kind of just relax and kick back. But anyway, so yeah, these are my original Jurassic Park Topps trading cards, and I guess we should just dive in. So there was 2 series, 1993, and then I think a follow-up after the movie came out. But I believe I only had the first one. So I also think this is new too, and I don't know why I put it here. But there's a poster, and then there is the sticker cards that form a image. So, but I actually have, I think these are the only new thing that for some reason I put in here. I don't know why. So first we have it's an image, and I love the aesthetic of the Jurassic Park trading cards, and to me feel like the definitive aesthetic of Jurassic Park that I really enjoy. This sort of fiery red sunset fern thing. Yeah. And so the first one we just have the animatronic Rex, or a maquette of the Rex, and then it's got the cage behind it, and I believe that this is I believe it's just it's probably a maquette. It doesn't look like the an actual herky jerky animatronic. And then we have the Tyrannosaurus. So the cards are divided up into a bunch of different categories: dinosaurs, characters, locations, and then it takes you through the basically a plot synopsis of the movie, and a very rough, weird one that has some weird stuff going on that it's because it's marketing material. It kind of diverges and splits in certain ways in the movies and stuff like that. But so, and then you have a Tyrannosaurus Rex, again, the same one, but just zoomed out a little bit. And yeah, you can zoom in if you want to take a closer look, or pause. But for some reason, it's the Tyrannosaurus Rex in front of the raptor pen for some reason. So that's weird. And then we have the Dilophosaurus, the spitter, in front of its Dilophosaurus sign. And then we have the Gallimimus in front of the T-Rex cage with Lex climbing up. But if I'm to be believed, I mean, Lex never climbed this fence in the movie. So it's the Tyrannosaurus Rex paddock fence with the warning sign. It doesn't have the sort of like in-between things that they had to get through. And then it's the baby Triceratops, which was never in the movie, but the scene was cut. Lex was supposed to be riding the baby Triceratops, and yeah, that scene was cut from the movie, but it's for some reason standing in front of all the cars. So, interesting. And then we have the Brachiosaurus in front of the visitor center. But what I find very interesting is that is that what I find very interesting is that this scene is almost recreated in the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom trailer when the Brachiosaurus is going in front of the Innovation Center, the abandoned ruins of the Innovation Center. So it's kind of funny now that I'm looking at this card, I'm just realizing, oh my gosh, this thing is actually going to happen in a Jurassic Park movie and not just like a weird marketing thing. I'm going to take this card out just so you can see that these are legit from my childhood. So if it will focus, maybe it won't focus, but you can kind of see the like rough edges and stuff like that. And yeah, so you can see this is the real deal. Because I mean, I take care of okay, maybe not when I was a kid, but, and then we have the main gate and then the park explorers. And then we get into the character cards. And that's the other thing about this set too, is that I'm taking you through not the entire set. I'm taking you through my childhood set, which means it's missing cards and things like that. So I kind of found this artifact very interesting, and I will eventually I'll probably end up doing all the sets eventually individually. But I thought it'd be fun for the first one to really look at the nostalgia side of things. Again, Dr. Ellie Sattler is the first of the character cards. And then on the back, you can see they just have a bit of information and some hand grease stains and stuff like that. So you can pause and zoom in. You might not be able to zoom in, but this is good stuff nonetheless. And I just kind of want to keep an overview of this for today, for this video. But maybe I'll do ones where it's more in depth for like reading the cards and stuff. So, and then we have John Hammond, and then we have Tim. And then we have Dr. Ian Malcolm. It's kind of funny what stances they chose and what, like Hammond's like, very pensive. And then we have Robert Muldoon, Dennis Nedry, and Dr. Alan Grant. And there is a Lex one, but I guess I didn't have it originally. And so we have, and I just love the names of the descriptions of the plot. So we have to endorse or denounce, and it's Malcolm being like, hey, I'm a funny guy, chaos theory. And then Fallen Behemoth is Tim and Ellie discovering the trike, and then tearing through the fence, which is the T-Rex. And yeah, these cards are just really cool because they just offer a lot of photos to me that were iconic from my childhood that weren't necessarily in the movie, but it's just kind of how I looked at Jurassic Park, because I think besides the action figures, these trading cards were a really big part of my Jurassic world growing up. So Rex on the Rampage. We have King of the Dinosaurs. Queen of the Dinosaurs. What the fuck, Tops? Stalking the Explorer. A Hungry Stare. Preparing to Pounce. Hell Upside Down. And again, I love these cards because you just get a lot of great looks at the animatronics, which I really appreciate. Easy Prey. Immobile and Invisible. And then we move on to the Dilophosaurus, Unexpected Onlooker. And then we have a Dilophosaur drops by, Spitter Attack. I wonder if I should actually be going... Oh, I mean, I guess I should be going down like this. Yeah, it's fine. We're gonna get through this together. Wait, did I go that way? Yeah, see, I went like this. Oh, but I feel like that's how I normally would go. Oh no, this is the right way. What am I talking about? Hey, it's I've been up all night, so that's what happens. A Dilophosaurus drops by. Spitter Attack. The Rescuers Down Under. That's a great shot of Ellie that I feel like isn't. I don't feel like there's a great high-res image of this somewhere. Or I would love to, because I feel like we kind of use a lot of the Ellie imagery of her with the trike, but I really like that a lot. Tree Toppers. A Fence Too High. Jump, Tim, jump. Stalking Muldoon. The mural comes alive. Hiding in the kitchen. That's a great sound. Tim and the Raptors, and I have something to point out later when we flip the page. Distracted by Lex. Refrigerated Refuge. Predator on the Prowl. Again, the marketing people were like, yes, let's keep these puns. The Deadliest Dinosaur. A Long Climb to Freedom. The Raptors in Pursuit. Rex versus the Raptors. And if you notice, that's the other thing you'll notice about these cards is sometimes they'll use images from other scenes in the movie, either because they weren't ready, as in the case of because ultimately it was a CG Rex that was used in this scene at the end of the movie. So they used just this generic Rex photo for the end. And then Survivors, and it has Lex and Tim and Grant all grinning at the camera. And so I wanted to point out this card because if I can get it out without damaging it too much. So, yeah. So if I can get a nice, if it'll zoom in, maybe. Nope. It doesn't want to. Well, yeah, I don't know if it wants to. All right, well, anyway, it says Tim and the Raptors, and I just thought that was very funny. I was like, oh, they had a misspelling on the card, tee-hee. So there's that. And then these are kind of these on-set cards, which is a little behind the scenes. So Series 2 of the Jurassic Park trading cards have tons of behind-the-scenes photos. In fact, that makes up most of that set. So again, once I eventually get to that video, we can see a lot more behind-the-scenes photos. And it's, again, with this stuff, it's, this marketing material is just past. It's kind of amazing, actually, because I feel like there seems like there's so much more marketing material back in the day than there is for stuff now. I mean, if you think about Jurassic World marketing material, I mean, it was like a handful of images and like the same, I mean, obviously this has a lot of the same, certain stills or certain moments, but I just really feel like, I mean, there just was such a more wealth of material for the marketing people to work with. And then we get into our Crash McCreary concept art cards, which are a thing of beauty. You have the T-Rex, the Velociraptor, Parasaurolophus, which would eventually go on to be the Lost World Parasaurolophus, but I do love the continuity here. A scene that never got put in the movie of a sleeping T-Rex, the Velociraptor hatchling, and then the Junior Raptors, which never made it into the movie as well, but in the novel, that's where all the Junior Raptors were, or there was a Junior Raptor playing. Well, I guess there was Junior Raptors in the nest and stuff at the end of the movie. So, yeah. And then this one where a snarling raptor is attacking the cage. And then here's a few stickers. Again, you can see sort of on the back, sort of them starting to form an image. And then these cards are these authentic movie collector cards were actually included with the Kenner action figure, which were actually photos from the movie, and then it has the personal files of the characters on the card. So this one is Dr. Snare, and there's like trivia and stuff. Yeah, and so these came with the action figures, and they weren't actually part of the Tops movie set and stuff. So they're just stills from the movie, and then just kind of generic trivia on the back. And then, yeah, there's one more with Tim. Yeah, so hatchling, looking out. This actually. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, so if you are for Patreon subscribers, here is the eggs that Grant and Lex and Tim find, and it says on here that they are also just dinosaur eggs, nothing specific. So if you checked out the Unix system episode from a month ago or so, we went in depth about that. But it's funny because I didn't notice that. So now we get into the Lost World trading cards, and this aesthetic is so 90s. It's bananas. It's just got this like turquoise and orange and teal and pink and yellows, and it in a weird way it holds up less, but I'm almost starting to enjoy it more now, like as it's aging into itself. You know, we just celebrated the 20th anniversary of The Lost World last year in 2017, and then on the back it's this kind of green color, and then these kind of like neon-y looking dinosaurs. And so that's the kind of aesthetic that the Lost World trading cards did. And so you have Hammond's Dream Revisited, spotting a Stegosaurus, running to safety, Ludlow's team on the move, the hunters in pursuit, the hunters bag their prize, the captive Stegosaurus, and baiting the biggest game. And then we have a caged Compsognathus. So again, their punch it for puns is still strong. Triceratops on the rampage. Hunter's camp in flames. Rescuing a baby T-Rex. T-Rex trailer attack. Hanging on for dear life. Tyrannosaurus close behind. Hungry for human flesh. Raptor on the prowl. Leaping for her life. San Diego under siege, and it's a great photo of Julianne Moore just with the tranquilizer. And then there's more of these. I mean, this definitely wasn't all the story cards, but and then they had a bunch of these, which I don't see here, but I have them all when I got a box of the Lost World trading cards. But they took tons of great photos of the Stan Winston animatronics, and so yeah, they have like the Tyrannosaurus family, Triceratops in the brush. And yeah, just a lot of great dioramas of the dinosaurs in the Lost World. That's really cool and beautifully shows up the animatronics and their maquettes and everything. And then we have the Lost World behind the scenes, which is properly placing a raptor and then setting up the stego. Again, the puns. Well, I don't know if they're puns. I guess they're just wordplay. Realizing a Rex. And then majestic vista of the past. And I like this concept art. It never really was seen in the movie, but with the workers village, but it kind of reminds me of Jurassic Park when the Parasaurolophus were in the water. And then this is a clue to what's coming next, but this is the most 90s thing imaginable. It's these just like, I mean, just imagine these on a Trapper Keeper, on a 3-ring binder, on on posters. But it's just these like psychedelic, like Belle Biv DeVoe, that girl is poison, but it's like with dinosaurs. Just so strange. I mean, you have the Parasaurolophus, but he's like the 2-shot in the pinks and the purples and the neon greens and like the weird catchphrases. Like, why is this stego saying, "The world is mine"? Like, what? Oh my God, it's so weird. And then the Pachycephalosaurus, the raptor saying dino damage. The Rexes are saying hunger for humans. This close-up Compsognathus that's like, I've been thinking, like inverted colors and everything. It's just so bizarre. It's very bizarre. It's just the strangest thing. Oh, there is some Jurassic Park 3 cards in here. I guess that's it. But, oh yeah, the Triceratops that's saying, "I am your crisis." And the Stegosaurus. And then here's the Jurassic Park 3 cards, which I guess I only had these kind of the dinosaur equivalent, kind of how the Jurassic Park set had the dinosaur information cards. So Velociraptor, Tyrannosaurus, Spinosaurus, Giant Pteranodon, Brachiosaurus, Triceratops. And the thing about the Jurassic Park 3 trading cards, and when I do those eventually, it'll be interesting, but they were 3D trading cards, which you needed these 3D glasses to look at them, except for these field guide ones. But the drawings of these dinosaurs, they just all look so emaciated. They're just like starving dinosaurs. It's very strange. Very peculiar, but they're cool. I mean, they're still cool, but it's just very strange. But I like the aesthetic of this sort of like, and you can tell we're getting into like some sort of gritty aesthetic because it's just more of like this verisimilitude, which I appreciate, of like, you know, field guide, and it's like a bunch of papers and there's like a coffee ring and like tape notes and everything and stuff like that. So, but yeah, these are my childhood Jurassic Park, Lost World, Jurassic Park 3 trading cards. Did you have the trading cards as a kid? Let me know. I would love to go through all the sets in more depth, which I think would be really fun. This was just kind of an inaugural issue, if you will. But yeah, I really enjoyed them. They were such a huge part of my childhood growing up. And just even going through it right now, I'm like, I just want to sit and look at these all day. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you want me to go more in depth. I just, I'll probably do, one video per set, so I can go a little more in depth than I did here today. But let me know what you think. Thank you again so much for supporting me on Patreon. It really means the world that I get to do this every day, or I try to do it every day. Tell people if you're enjoying this stuff. And yeah, let me know what you think. Again, I appreciate everybody's comments about the setup. Hopefully I can have an even better setup sometime this year. I think this is working out pretty well for now, but I would like an even, it would be cool. I mean, eventually have my own home studio and all that stuff, which would be fun. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if anything's not working for you. Let me know if you watch it. I mean, there has been a few people that have asked for MP3s, but let me know which one you prefer over the other. But yeah, thank you so much. Patreon.com/CJurassicRight. And yeah, Stephen Ray Morse on Twitter, SJRPod on Twitter, See Jurassic Right on Instagram, the See Jurassic Right Facebook group, all that good stuff. Hold on to your butts, and yeah, I'll see you next time.